my name's Amy. Welcome to my charity shop slash garden bargain haul. I've some nice little finds and garden finds, bargain finds that I found. I just thought I'd come and share because it's one of my favourite videos to watch for the people. It's charity shop finds and like garden, because I'm quite new into gardening, so I'm on the hunt still for like pots and things that I like. So I'm just gonna have a quick swig of tea and then I will get into showing you what I found recently. So quite nicely, my last charity shop find will lead us into my garden finds. So first of all, I do mean a few children's things. So I have a 9-year-old son, and charity shops is something we've always gone to, because one piece of advice I was given, or tip I was given when he was born, is especially for books when they're toddlers, is charity shops. Because I mean, there's one shop by me where they are 20p a book, and most of them, some of them don't even look. I've had books that I swear are brand new. I think they've been either bought as a gift or something. Maybe the parents aren't into reading with the children, and then they've just donated it straight to the charity shop, or maybe they've got a duplicate of books. And I do remember he did go through a brief phase, you know, the board books, you know, the little board books. We still have the odd one upstairs, where the corner of the book has got tooth marks when he went through a gnawing of book stages. So this is what he bought with some of his birthday money, because his birthday was in January. So I was towards the back, where was I? I don't know, I was looking, I could always see, I'd like to point out at the time, and he was looking at the toys. And then I was looking at something, he came running over to me and he was like, Mummy, look, I found a poppet for 50p. So he was really happy, and he knows a bargain when he sees one. And then these were, I did ask him, I think they were roughly about £2.50 or £2.49, because I am trying to encourage him to learn his money himself and me take a step back. So to the side, but where he can't be like, oh Mum, help me, where he has to try and figure out his money himself. But I don't do it when there's like a big queue of people, so he was the only one in the queue. I do know this was 99p because I remember the sticker on this one. It's a Disney car, and you can tell by it in the palm of my hand, it's one of the bigger cars. No idea what character this is. If anybody knows, comment down below. But yeah, that was 99p, which is really good, because what, these are like £6 to £10, somewhere around that. No. And then this is some sort of, I don't know, bike thing, but he liked it, so he picked it. He could probably tell us better what these are himself. And then he had these two. He was a little bit disappointed. He likes them when like the doors and things open, and he was kind of hoping that this moved, but it doesn't. But he was still happy, and that's what he got. And then I have 2 books for him, so he's not a big reader, and I am trying to encourage him more, so I'm always on the look out for books in charity shops. I picked up these were 99p each, these Roald Dahl books, and they're not chapter books, but they're a step up from the, you know, the bigger picture books. So the Roald Dahl, you may have probably read these already, or read them when you were a child, but there's not pages and pages and like loads of writing on each page like you get with more of your traditional chapter books, although this isn't a chapter book, but you know what I mean. And this one was a Toy Toys one, and there's not numbers on every page, frustrating enough. It's about 50, just having a little look, it's about 52 pages long, so we read that quite happily. And then the enormous crocodile one, it's a lot more colourful, and again it's just the same, there's not like a whole page isn't full. So he was a bit, I don't know, I suppose if you're not a reader it can be a bit more daunting if you're not a natural reader of having, say, these 2 pages full. So definitely if your children are coming up to reading, or they are reading, just have a good look in charity shops. Now my next one is actually a gift. So my niece is expecting a baby. Now I wasn't looking for anything, but I saw this, and you know it's like in charity shops, you have to get it when you see it, because it won't be there. So it is, we're going on a bear hunt deluxe edition. So it comes in this cardboard sleeve. There are a few little marks on here and little scuffs on the edges, which is fine, and I'll tell you the price of this in a minute, because it was actually in the sale. Didn't really realise charity shops had sales, but they do. So the book itself is in really good condition still. It's the hardback cover, and we probably have all read the We're Going on a Bear Hunt at one point. I mean, my son, it was his, I think when he was about 4, I think I read this every night for about 3 weeks straight. It's the only book he would let me read. But that is in lovely condition, and she does know that I shop in charity shops. Yeah, she's already a little bit excited on the things that I might find. And this should have been, well, whoever bought this new bought it for $14.99. I had it for £1, a whole English pound, so I was really chuffed with that. And my plan is to keep collecting books, maybe some from when the child's a bit older, but like toddler books and things, and like bedtime storybooks as part of my gift, and then maybe other things that I've come across. And then a book for myself. So I think I did mention at the beginning that I'm fairly new to gardening, and then I came across this spring and summer cooking with a veg box. This was £2 instead of the stickers on the back, still $16.99. So it was a really good find. And when you open it up on the first one, it actually lists, it's got your seasons. So we've got the Veg New Year, so late May to early July, and it lists, you know, what we should, I guess, naturally be eating at that time, because that is really what we probably should be growing, especially in our climate. The summer, which is July to September, and then at the back it's got autumn, winter, and the Hungry Gap, which is March to April. So it has recipes like a normal book. So here we go. So this one, for instance, you've got the recipe like you will normally get, but then what I like is when it comes on to a different type. So here, spinach June to November, it lists a little bit about the plant, and then it's a bit difficult to do this. So then it's got like identifying storage and prep, and then there is another bit. I'll find it on the right page now and try not to take too long. Here we go. So then it's got like things like freezing, and then this is what I like, it's got work well with, so like other things that you can add. So like it's probably a good time to point out I'm dyslexic, so if I misread things or I misspell things, I do apologise, but it can't really be helped. I'm dyslexic. That is dyslexia, well, part of dyslexia, lots of many other parts, but I do struggle with reading, especially words that I don't read every day. So spinach, and I'm going to say chard, no idea what that is or if I've said that right, but there we go. So then here it's got listed, works well with like cheese, especially ricotta and feta, also hard cheeses, dairy, dried fruits, mustard. It's really good. So there's one on, probably won't be able to find it now, but it was you know, your string beans, and it was like, you know, works well with pork and things, which I do like that it's giving you tips. Like here we go, we've got like, so I found a bean page here. It's got green beans salad ideas, cooking, boil to steam, eating green beans raw. I just thought it'd be quite useful, and I'm planning on taking this to work. I work part-time, by the way, and I plan on taking this to work, so I want to try and spend a bit less time on social media, especially on my break. I just want a break from lots of things, because I do use a computer quite regularly at work. So just have a little flick through this while I'm at work on my lunch break. One of my favourite finds so far is this puzzle. So this cost me a whole pound, and then when I got home I noticed the original price and where it was from on, and it was from Webb's for $14.99. But it is just this lovely little harbourside puzzle. It's almost finished. That's why the box is empty. We've just got a few little bits along this wall to do. Managed to finish the sea last night, which was a little bit tricky. But yeah, it's just a lovely puzzle. Really enjoyed doing that. Then I have these little porcelain mini vases, as you can see next to my hand. They are only very small. These were $2.49 for the two. They were sold together, and I just couldn't resist them. Don't really know how I'm going to style them. I'm just looking behind, maybe on here somehow. Don't know, I'm tempted because I've got sweet peas on the go, but I don't know whether it'll damage the inside with putting water. I'm not too sure whether anything will go in or whether I can maybe dry some flowers to put in here. But they are, again with the dyslexia here, I want to say ibis, and they were made in Portugal. So you read that for yourselves. And they've got like this little gold detail around the top, and then these little cute little birds with these little flowers. But they were just, like I said, not too sure what I want to do with them, but they were just too cute to leave behind. So I'll pop these up here out of the way. Now, two of my favourite finds now. These glasses. I don't know how well this is going to show up, but they are like a very pale blue. There's no markings or anything on them, so no idea where they're originally from. They are glass, and they were 49p each. There were 5, which I thought was a bit of a strange number to have. Don't know whether someone had 6 and maybe broke one. I did only get 2 because my partner's he's not a wine drinker or anything like that. He barely drinks really at all. I'm not a massive alcohol drinker, so I couldn't really see him drinking anything out of these. Kind of wish I'd have got 4 now, just because they look a bit better, and just in case I had someone around. So I don't know how often they'll be used for anything long like wine, but when I saw them, I was like, I really like them. And then I just thought to myself, in the summer, in the garden, my sweet peas and other flowers around me, sipping, whether it's alcoholic or non-alcoholic, you know, a nice little drink in these. Getting carried away now as it is. I'm looking out, it's just started drizzling again, but yeah, that's the vision that I had. So I was like, you are coming home with me. And then my last charity shop find is one of my all-time bests and favourites. I was actually hoping to find garden stuff, and I did. Picking this up very carefully now. Oh, here we go. It is a terracotta pot, but it is meant to be for bread. And then I did notice earlier that this was actually made in Portugal. Apparently I'm quite liking things that are made in Portugal. And you probably guessed by now, it is going to become a plant pot. So it was $3.99 from Age Concern. It's got the lid, which we will keep, because whenever I've got anything, whatever I've grown in here, I haven't decided what we're going to grow in here yet. But, you know, when that comes to the end, you know, I think it'll make good storage as well. So we will be keeping the lid. And then I've already asked my partner very nicely to put at least one decent sized drainage hole in the bottom for me, obviously very carefully. And I am now going to very carefully put it back on the little table that I have in front of me. But yeah, I was really impressed with $3.99, because if any of you are into your gardening and stuff, terracotta pots are not cheap, and especially something this size. There we go. Right, you may actually be able to see some of my next things to the side of me. So as I did say, I was quite new to gardening, so I haven't got a lot of stuff, so I am slowly building up. And what I needed were some canes, especially for the sweet peas and tomatoes. They definitely need them. So these are B&M. These are 4 foot for a pack of 10, and I can't 100% remember the price accurately. These were either $2.49 or $2.99, but I do think they were more, I'm more confident with the $2.49 price. So there's those ones. And then I got some 5 foot ones, again a pack of 10, and these were either $3.49 or $3.99, which I think is a really good price. So that I probably will have to go back and get some more bigger ones for my sweet peas, because something you always do, you always plant a little bit extra. What? Don't want to fall over, just in case some don't take. And so far I can see, I think there's only 1 or 2 in my little tray where nothing's coming up yet, and some of them, like there's ones like this tall now, which I've pinched the top, which I didn't do last year because I didn't realise that you should do that. It's something to do with, it helps them grow more bushy if you pinch the top when you've got like 2 sets of leaves. You take the one lot off, it helps somehow. Don't know, we'll see. But yes, I have a lot more who've taken than I was expecting. And then I went to one below. These are only 90 centimetres, so I was thinking probably for my tomatoes. This is a pack of 8 and these were only £1. So I mean, if, you know, people's budgets are getting tighter, especially this year. You know, you could maybe buy 2 packs of these and put some together somehow to make them taller if you need it be. And I have some plant pots. This one, which is B&M, and this is a 40 centimetre in a really pale grey, like a pastel grey I'd probably go with. I know these were quite big last year on Instagram, especially on the accounts that I tend to follow, but I didn't get one because I have learned from last year, start looking for garden stuff now as they're having it in, you've got better chance of getting what you're after. So this was, I believe, £4. I have the slightly smaller version, which I managed to get last year. And then back to one below, I found, so open them to show you, these clips. So there's 18 in here, and these were £1 and I got 2 packs. And you get 2 sizes, and they're these little like spring clips. So the idea, just drop the smaller one. The idea being you just open it, move it round like your branch or whatever it is, and say one of my mini bamboo sticks, close it round, it doesn't damage the plant, and you've got these to use year on year round. I actually bought my dad some offline because these are quite new in, and I have actually seen them in Poundland as well, and the reviews were really good. And even though it was £1, these do feel really well made. Because what was I using last year? I think I was using anything. I was using like you know, some of the sandwich bags you can get, they have the little ties in. I was using them last year because I didn't have anything else. And then I have a few bulbs here from one below. These are Summit Flowering Bulbs, plant January to May. And there's 10 bulbs in a pack. And I just got the same one because I really liked them. Don't know whether I'm going to plant both out this year or not, but these were only £1 for 10 bulbs, so I got 2 of those. Then I have another plant pot. Now there was no price on this. This was one below again. There was no price on it on the shelf. There was like no ticket. I thought, it's one below, it can't be that expensive, especially as it's not terracotta, it's just a plastic pot. And it seemed like a fairly good size, even to like, you know, as you're starting off your seeds and then your plants are growing and you're moving them along and stuff like that. I mean, pots are always useful, but it was £1. There is no measurements of any sort on it, but yeah, that was £1. And then these, which I thought were really nice, which I thought could make good Easter presents with like some sunflower seeds or something in for children, and maybe some like chocolate eggs or something for these. So these come in a pack of 2 and they were £1 each for the, so £1 and you get 2 in the pack. So I have the pastel pink and the pastel green. They are 15 centimetres, really nice pots, although there are no drainage holes, but they are only plastic, so it'll be a lot easier to put a drainage hole in this than it would be my lovely terracotta pot. But they did have, they definitely had a pastel grey, and I want to say they had like a really like pastel blue as well. But I just thought these were really nice and very similar to what they've had in at Home Bargains, just obviously a slightly different style. And then my last few things, a few more seeds. So I have this Flower Shop, these are Marks and Spencer's, Bee Attracting Scatter and Grow Flower Mix. So it was 2 for £6, but I couldn't see another one I wanted, and I'm trying to get in the habit of, you know, when you see something is a deal, so you can buy 2 for so much, but you probably know that you're not going to use the other one. I'm trying to break that habit of, oh, it's a good deal of getting it, because you're spending more money that way. So it was £4 on its own, but I really liked them, and obviously I won't use the whole box this year. You know, it'd be something that I can use again next year, maybe the year after that. So they're just really pretty colours, and I really like those. And then quite similar, now this was the Pound Shop, and this was only £1, because we all know by now not everything is £1 in the Pound Shop anymore like it used to be, like back in my college days. So this is Butterfly and Bee Shake and Rake. Similar colours again, but you probably guess what colours I really like. But this is a much bigger box, a lot heavier than the other one, so this will last me a couple of years. They both do say they're best in borders, but if I can get my borders sorted in time, I will do a little area. If not, I'm just going to have a go in pots. Got nothing to lose, we'll see what happens. My final two things, so when the trip where my son came with me and he got his charity shop things, he also decided he wanted to have a go at sunflowers this year, so he got himself this for 50p, which again, you know, nice little gift maybe for children with a chocolate egg in there. And then I got myself, because I saw it on someone's Instagram, I was like, pink poppies. How did I not realise that you could also get pink poppies? I just think we associate poppies with the colour red. We do have some wild ones popping up in the garden that are orange. But I was like, oh, pink, I want some pink. So from Wilkinson's again, I got this Oriental Choice mix of poppies, which I'm excited to go. And then things like this I like is the seeds. So you bought one packet, but you know, if you do it at the right time and you save your seeds, you know, the plants you get from this will grow for the following year. So that is everything. I hope rather that was useful, and yeah, I'm looking forward to more charity shopping and car boots. Do like a car boot, but it's just, I know some have started back up again, but it's just too cold and too wet, especially this month. January didn't seem like it barely rained at all, and I think February is making up for that. So no, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you again soon.